Deep within the green labyrinth of the Amazon, there is a sound that shouldn't exist. It isn't the cry of a jaguar or the splash of a caiman. It is the sound of a fish, gasping for breath. Imagine a creature that has haunted these black waters for 23 million years. A living torpedo, 10 feet long, clad in armor so tough it shatters the teeth of piranhas. A predator so dominant that it doesn't just rule the river, it breathes the same air we do. But size and strength aren't its strangest secrets. Deep in the flooded forest, scientists have witnessed something that defies every law of biology we thought we knew. A cold-blooded monster, performing an act of such tender, mammalian devotion that it forced us to rewrite the history of evolution. They call it the Arapaima. But to those who know its true nature, it is something much more impossible. The Amazon is not one river, it is a shifting, breathing battlefield. Every year, the forest floor vanishes under 30 feet of water, creating a world of shadows known as the asterisk vazia star. Most fish thrive here. But as the vegetation rots, it chokes the water of oxygen. It becomes a liquid desert where most creatures suffocate and die. Except for one. The Arapaima gigas is a biological glitch. It is one of the largest freshwater fish on Earth, weighing as much as 2 NFL linemen. But while its neighbors are gasping in the silt, the Arapaima is rising. It is the only giant in the world that has traded the safety of the depths for the danger of the surface. But why would a fish choose to drown in the very water it was born in? And how has a creature from the age of the dinosaurs managed to outsmart the most modern predators on the planet? To understand the Arapaima, we have to look past the scales. We have to look at the lung it hides inside its chest. Most fish are simple. Water goes in the mouth, oxygen comes out the gills. It's a system that has worked for 500 million years. The Arapaima looked at that system and abandoned it. If you were to dissect an Arapaima, you wouldn't find a standard swim bladder. Instead, stretching the entire length of its spine, you would find a red, spongy organ that looks and functions exactly like a human lung. This fish is an obligate air breather. Every 10 to 15 minutes, it must break the surface to survive. If you held an Arapaima underwater for half an hour, the world's most powerful freshwater fish would do something unthinkable. It would drown. This seems like a massive evolutionary mistake. By coming to the surface, the Arapaima signals its location to every predator in the jungle, including the most dangerous one of all, us. So, why take the risk? For centuries, the indigenous people of the Amazon whispered about a mystery that Western science dismissed as a myth. They claimed that the Arapaima was not a cold, unfeeling fish, but a parent that bled white liquid to feed its young. Science said it was impossible. Fish don't have mammary glands. Fish don't produce milk. Then, in 2017, a team of researchers decided to look closer at the white ghost fluid. What they discovered was a biological bombshell. During the breeding season, the heads of both the male and female Arapaima begin to leak a thick, milky substance from specialized pores. It wasn't just mucus. It was a cocktail of over 200 proteins and, most shockingly, a hormone called prolactin. In the late 20th century, the king of the Amazon was dying. Because the Arapaima is so big, and because it has to breathe at the surface, a single fisherman with a harpoon can provide enough meat to feed a village for a week. The fish's meat is boneless, mild, and highly prized, often called the cod of the Amazon. By the 1990s, the Arapaima had vanished from nearly 90% of its original range. In many lakes, the thwack of the fish breathing was replaced by a deafening silence. But then, something incredible happened. The very people who hunted the Arapaima realized that if the king died, the river died with him. In communities like Riwe in Guyana and the Mamaraua Reserve in Brazil, the local people became the fish's greatest protectors. They implemented a counting system. Because the fish must breathe air, you can actually count them. By watching the surface for a few hours, locals can estimate the population with 95% accuracy. We saved the Arapaima from the harpoon. But can we save it from the world we are creating? Or will the ghost of the flooded forest finally become just that, a ghost?